So this is a new series on integral concepts of life. Concepts of life which I believe everybody should know and must know. And in that, the first concept, the first thing that you should know is power of habits. You must understand how habits work. There is a quote that says, you cannot control your future, but you can change your habits. Means you have a control on your habits, and once you change your habits you can change your destination. So in a way you can see what is the effect of your habits on your life. You must not underestimate the effect of habits that it has on your life. So for that to happen, you must understand how the habits work. And for that, this is the basic understanding of how it works. Like you have a trigger outside, you have some trigger outside stimulus. This is just a basic understanding. There are much more elements to it. So you have a trigger outside, and that compels you to take some action, that compels you to do some behavior, and then you get reward out of it. This is like a basic model how habits work, and based on that you either get stuck in some bad habits, addiction, or any type of bad habit it can be. So you must understand, if you want to get out of that vicious circle, you must understand how habits work. And with that, it is also clear that your habits make you. Your mental habits, your thinking patterns are also habits. Your thinking patterns are also habit. Your what you believe, those are also a kind of habits. You can categorize them into the processes that you do, like thinking. With thinking more, the brain processes, those are also your habits that you have acquired. Thinking in a certain way, you have acquired that, and it is up to you. You can change that. Thinking habits, that is also a habit. Procrastination, that is also a habit. It will fall into the category of that. If you do it very often, like regularly, if you are procrastinating something, imagine what will happen with that. So you understand how habits work, and then you also understand that these habits have an effect on you, and they literally they create you, they make you, they shape you in every manner, be it thinking terms, belief terms, or other things you can think of. Then what, people get confused here, like suppose they want to develop some good habits. So massive action for one day, by this I am referring to the short amount of duration that you practice a particular habit, that won't be able to beat this small consistent habits that you have been practicing from ever since, like overthinking. There is a definite categorization for that. So you understand what type of overthinking I'm referring to as consistent habit it has become, and it is very bad for you. So you understand what type of thing I'm referring to here. So that small amount of practice, suppose you are practicing some bad habits since 10 years, and you all of a sudden you believe that I will practice this for a week and it will work. So that is not going to happen, and you very well understand that. So for any result to manifest, there is some definite amount of time, and that should be well taken care of. So try to understand what I want to convey with this third point, that is massive action for one day won't be able to beat the small consistent habits that you had since long ago. Then once you understand all these things, you read something, you go watch, have deeper analysis, ask questions like how is it making me, how my habits are shaping me, and what kind of habits do I need to change, or what kind of habits do I need to adopt, right? So that is the thing you do. And if you want to change your habits quickly, then you understand, first you understand how the habits work, and second you understand how they are created. And when you will understand how something is created and how does it work, by logic you will have a better handling mechanism with you. You will have a system with you that will help you to understand these all things. So a practical thing to be done, this is to be done. What you have to do is you have to attain mastery over the art of creating habits. You have to master this particular area. You have to master art of creating habits, and when once you do that, you can live your dream life or the life you always want to have, and so many other things you can relate to that. What will happen, you can see it in your mind once you attain mastery in this area, that is area of habit creations. So one thing, a small thing that you can do today is find something that you want to improve, and then or something that you want to develop, then work on it on a consistent basis, practice it regularly. And how will you be able to do it without much resistance within you? For that you will have to understand how a habit is created, and for that you will have to understand also the how habits work. And simultaneously you should be working on these aspects as well. You should find something to work on today and work on it on a consistent basis, and then gradually you increase the intensity of that thing that you are practicing. Any skill you want to develop, any skill you want to improve, do that, practice it. And how to practice, that is also something that I will talk about in further videos. So that's also a big idea. So these are some things that you can use as a thinking tools or as a thinking information. Some information you have to think on that and think over it, contemplate over it, and then go ahead, take actions, do miracles.